need to. Um, I've been writing a Call of Cthulhu campaign set in 1919 where the players are wobblies,
I
and it's
love
going good.
it.
Oh,
I
okay.
love it.
We're live from New York. It's Monday night. Um. Oh, okay. So I also have a thing to share with you guys to help us. This is our brainstorming session before we go into the in-character discussion portion, because I don't know
Certainly.
how much homework you guys did.
I really wish we didn't put tits on George Washington.
Why? I'm having it commissioned.
It's it's a problem.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Explain it to me, please.
Because they're all lopsided and
Oh, okay.
floppy.
That's your complaint. They're natural, okay? We put
Yeah,
real
fuck
tits
you,
on
dude.
George Washington,
I mean,
not
the
your
only way they'd be
idealized
natural.
pieces of shit.
He only wants tits on George Washington if George waifu, apparently.
Okay. Do you want me to put the link in the Discord or in the Roll20 app?
Roll 20.
All right, there it is. It's
Never see it.
beautiful. You should be able to click on it, and it'll give you the same map that we're all looking at. So then, when we add pins, it's the same place.
Oh, hot dog, Google mapping. Oh, nice. Wow, you really spent some time with this.
I just updated it today, and the most of the pins got added during the enclave creation. They're not all on there. I'm sure there's stuff I forgot.
I didn't even know you could like map off sections of an area and call that a thing.
Yeah, you can do weird stuff.
Meanwhile, in the 10K shared setting, difficulties and role-playing exchange are like, so where's this thing? Fuck, man. 2 legs. And those legs can change on a daily basis.
Yes. Yeah, the legs are still flexible, but the geographic location is not. South Dakota's just full of boring, so you'd want to skip a lot of it anyhow.
We have literally one listener in South Dakota who got very upset and then kind of went, oh, mate, yeah, no, he's right.
Alright, so yeah, this is South Dakota. I think we're all pretty familiar with it at this point. But take a look around to see what's in the vicinity. Zoom in, enhance, ping interesting things if you want to. And we'll just stick around here for 5 minutes before we start the in-character pitches, as it were.
I'm kind of surprised we never made it over to Sioux Falls. Like, that's the big city.
It's so far away, though. It's like
not
literally
really.
the other side of the state.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's what, like a 4-hour drive?
Yeah.
Yes, with a well-maintained highway, free crash, and a car.
Yeah,
But we have a car.
We have
Oh,
a big-ass truck.
do you have 4 hours worth of gas though?
Yeah, that's true.
Surprisingly, yes.
Now you do.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's not crazy far away. It's not like we're trying to go to China or something, or like across the Mississippi. We're going across the plains.
Well, there's no rule that the harvest can't be set in Sioux Falls.
That's true. Let's go visit the big city of Casper, Wyoming.
I mean,
I've been to Casper.
there's shit that happens there.
I've been there too. It was actually kind of a cool area.
Yeah, it's a fun little town.
The view out there is just so freaking ridiculous. It's gorgeous out there.
Oh man, nothing compares to West Montana though. Goddamn.
Never been out that way.
I'm from a small town in Montana, like a tiny ass town, so
Well, you gotta give it a name.
It's called Ennis. It's in the Madison Valley, which is world renowned for fly fishing.
Ennis, Montana. Zooming in on it right now.
Mhm.
Small town. You guys have like more than 6 streets. I live in a town of 150 people.
Well,
Are
I'm
you
I'm
looking
proud
at the
of
right
you.
Ennis? There's one in Texas.
No, Ennis, Montana.
Nope, Ennis, Montana has about, I think the current population total for the 100, maybe
What is that
900
population? Oh, that's,
population.
yeah.
Yeah, for the entire valley, it's like 900.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a small town. I'm just
Yeah.
sorry. I'm farting on because like I live in a literal dying town that will become a ghost town within my life.
Well, does your small town, was it the film, the set for the film The Patriot, starring Steven Seagal?
No, but the major metropolitan area was the set for the film Catfish. You know, when they
I like how
they travel up there and they're like, wow, this is terrible and depressing and like this is super fucked up. And yeah, that's the big city near me.
I like how both of our settings are really depressing movies in very different ways.
You're right. Yours is well, I mean, like Michael Bay depressing. Mine's just like twisted and fucked up and sad.
Yeah, mine is the horrors of celebrity culture. Yours is the horrors of train spotting.
Yeah, right. Everybody's like, well, we could just do a lot of OxyContin until we die. And then everybody's friends are like, that sounds pretty cool. That's better than anything else.
Pretty much. Oh shit, Ennis has a brewery now.
What?
Oh man, your mic's getting rough again. Unless it's just on my, like. I
No,
don't know
it's
if
not
anyone else is
just
hearing it.
it's not just
Yep.
you, Devin.
Okay.
It's like
Sorry
a
about
robot
that.
helicopter.
Do you guys have a lake?
Oh, look at hello. Hi, Sebastian.
Hmm. Yeah, apparently my ping is just really fucking swingy.
You got a big
Huh.
ping. That's cool.
Yeah, there totally wasn't a problem last week at all.
Yeah, that's strange.
It's almost as if I live in Florida, which has terrible infrastructure. Crats.
Wait, you live next to the Muffin Man?
Oh shit, the Muffin Man lives in Florida.
I am so sorry for him.
Very sorry about.
Oh, no
Yeah.
worries. We've only been exploring the beautiful states of South Dakota, Wyoming, and Montana.
So what's the closest city to Devil's Tower?
Sundance?
Sundance. Where the fuck is Sundance?
It's at point 17.
What? Just tell me where it is in relation to the square of Wyoming.
It's on I-90. It's like literally the other side of the Black Hills. It's like the other side of the
Okay.
state line.
Oh, so it's fucking right there.
Yeah.
Oh
No
yeah.
shit. That would be a cool place for a big final crazy showdown.
Not gonna lie, it would. Especially if you explored in 3D, it's intense. I don't know if we can do it on the shared map.
Who's in Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Was it Kevin Costner? Richard Dreyfuss, that's who it was. Yeah. I wonder if he's still out there. Just making mashed potatoes.
I mean, I can confirm for a fact that Michael Keaton is smoking pot in Bozeman, Montana, through personal experience.
That's weird. You want to hear
Yeah.
a sad celebrity story? Gerard Butler, the guy that played King Leonidas in 300, shows up to East Lansing, Michigan, because the MSU Spartans are there, and like just gets a bunch of like college kids to buy him drinks. It's really sad.
No.
All right, so 5 more minutes, 2 more minutes, and then we'll get going. Sound good?
Works for me.
Okay. Skidder, we are taking time to explore where we might wish to stage the harvest job. So take a look around the map, see what's kind of close by if you want to, and be inspired for the next 2 minutes, and then we'll get into the in-character discussion of it.
I dropped a pin on Devil's Tower.
I do imagine that at
And you gotta save it.
my entire interaction with... I do imagine my entire interaction with this job. Somebody in character after like going through this, like, hey, you didn't let us die. Do you want money?
Yeah, that'll basically be it. We did give you a fair share of the cash last time, which was all of 9 bounties.
Oh, I told him you got 8.
Yeah.
Well, we're supposed. I don't know. I thought we gave him 9.
I thought it was
because there was
only
1 extra.
8. Okay, sure. You got 9.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from.
Whatever. Oh, I should probably pull up my character sheet.
Oh, and I guess this is a good time to ask Zenny, what's everybody's sensitivity scores?
Oh.
Mill, what's your sensitivity?
Sensitivity. Wait, what is that?
It's gonna be under charisma or charm.
Oh, 1.
All right.
How good are you at detecting bullshit?
And Skidder, what's your sensitivity?
I need to pull up my sheet first.
Is it 90?
No, but it could be.
Is it
I
0?
still have quite a bit of money left over.
Is it 0?
I don't actually have any.
Okay, there we go. That's a 0. Muffin Man is MIA, so who knows? 5, what's your sensitivity?
Well, since you told me to respec, it is nothing.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But with labor organizer, it'd be 3.
Okay, fair enough.
Got to be able to read a crowd, man.
Yeah, I gotcha. Allensworth, what's your sensitivity?
Man, I'm a doctor. I don't give a shit about what other people are thinking.
Is that a
Or
0?
feeling, or
Are
telling
you
you.
tied with Skulltula?
You may have noticed that Allensworth doesn't really have a bedside manner, so to speak.
I think that's a 0. It looks like a Mexican jumping bean, but that's okay.
So I suppose I could spend a bounty, that rogue bounty that apparently I have.
Oh, you don't have
Give
to,
myself-
but you can if you want to.
It kind of makes sense for my character arc for him.
Okay, you have a 0-1 now.
Yeah, I have a 1.
Alright, so just to meta debrief, we have to choose a couple of things here. We have to choose what good you guys are going to go after for the harvest. We have to choose who the wholesaler is. So, what is their name? Are they based out of the Rush? Where else could they be based out of? What's their business called? Are they cool? And we have to choose where you
Are they a
guys
cop?
are going to fling yourself against the wall.
They have to tell us if they're a cop.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, that's it. But we're going to go around. Around or across, depending on how you want to look at life. And circle back to the beginning. But we'll do this in character, deciding one element at a time. So first, we'll start with the good. So the first person who wins the roll-off is going to say, I think we should go after, I don't know, this cache of Pepto-Bismol. And then another person will be like, yeah, I heard that cache of Pepto-Bismol wasn't even the liquid kind. It was all just the pills. And then the next person will add on to that, further muddying the waters or adding more details. So the
I mean, it
idea is
sounds like
not
we got a
to-
perfect adventure.
Right? Not to negate, but to build. I really hope you guys don't go after fucking Pepto-Bismol.
Well, don't plant that seed if you don't want to see it grow.
I tried to pick something really
I've already-
guys.
I already know how you can make Pepto-Bismol, so...
Well, you guys do have the pill maker? Oh, wait, no, you left it behind.
There's this thing known as smurfing. And you
Smurfing.
make some good stuff with... Yeah, you can make some good stuff with Sudafed and Pepto-Bismol if you know the right way. Thanks, internet research. I'm going to be marked by the NSA.
Well, it's a good thing you associated all of us with that. And I am certainly not a professional chemist who's worked in the pharmaceutical industry, so I won't be pursuing that NSA. I won't.
I mean, they gotta get through a lot of shit to get to this point in the conversation.
Man, I am but a humble dog walker. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're in the Rodian Enclave, then.
Yeah, the dogs walk you.
Oh, God.
I'll name this picture Head.
Y'all really need to listen to RPX and just see what we do with our kennel.
Oh, do you guys fuck the dogs?
Spoilers. No.
Gross.
So the
I
first
need
thing
you to
you
leave.
need to know about huskies. The first thing you need to know about huskies is they're very loud. So loud that husky breeders in Montana are out of cities for noise complaints. So the best way to deal with that when, casualties are attracted by noise, you create a moat of casualties and then starve a bunch of dogs, and whenever you want to leave, get a potato cannon full of ground beef, fire that off, release a bunch of starved dogs, and hey, instant exit.
Hmm.
All
That
right.
sounds fucked up.
So I think
Do not tell anyone in the community that,
I think-
or else they will slaughter you.
I think we're gonna start now. That's the perfect segue. All right. So we'll set the scene here. You are in the back of Abraham Lincoln's head. This space has been
Sweet.
hollowed out as you.
By John Wilkes Booth.
No.
I had to.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, so as you see before you, it just kind of like is chiseled down into the mountain. This is a pretty nice picture of it. Imagine yours with a lot more graffiti, because that's what people at the Rush like to do. And probably some like brown smears and a single, not incandescent bulb, an array of LEDs. Some leftover Christmas decorations to make it classy. And you're there. You've got the poker table for like an hour of private time.
Hot dog.
So we'll start with everybody giving me foresight plus black. So roll the black and add your foresight. This is to see who goes first.
3, baby. Yeah. Hot dog.
He's a
I
very
gotta start adding
smart
more
man.
like. I gotta use more old like 50s slang, like gee willikers. Golly.
Great Caesar's ghost.
I'm sorry, what are we rolling again?
Foresight.
Foresight. I think I have that in spades.
Well, that's cool. that might help.
Spade.
Spade. Got it. A singular.
Is that a crit fail?
It's just we're just looking at the
it's
black
just-
results right now.
It's just a regular fail.
All right, so it looks like Allensworth is going to start off first. So Allensworth, this is for the harvest. It's the tontine, but maybe you've heard about this thing too from the wilds of Montana. It's drawn you out here to the rush, and you think these guys are just cool enough to help you do the thing.
Oh no, they're insane. Like the whole in character, my whole thing is that I'm going to try to talk them out of it.
All right. Well, what are they going after that you're trying to talk them out of?
I know the harvest seems like a good idea. It seems like a gold mine. I mean, it is literally a gold mine, but that's how are you going to haul that shit out? And how are you? No one need. I have heard stories that they were working on in getting the gold from there and putting them into circuits because gold is very. Come on, guys. Not a good idea. This is a death trap.
All right. So right now the proposed good is gold, and we'll just go around the table. So Sebastian, you're next, and you need to modify it in some way or add to it.
I was specifically using gold as conductor, though. Should say that. So computer chips and shit.
Okay. What do you... From what I hear, it was owned by a private company. They had complete control over the mine. They just bought it up for themselves so they didn't have to share it with anyone. I don't know why they would do that. Maybe they were saving up for something big that required a lot of gold and stuff.
Okay.
But I don't know nothing about computers. Maybe they just want to gild all their toilets.
All right. So proprietary gold technology ? All right, and next mill. So we're still talking about the gold. So right now it's could be used as a conductor, and is proprietary.
From what I understand, the gold was mostly used for circuitry for punch bots.
Fair
Like
enough.
the corporation is a punch bot manufacturer.
So we're all going to be punched to death rather than retire.
That's one way
That's
to go.
what I'm hearing.
What I'm hearing is you guys shouldn't do this.
I'm kind of on Allensworth's side. Getting punched to death sounds awful.
So what did you hear about it, Five?
I mean, like all capitalist expenditures, it is large, unnecessary, and completely opulent. Though, gold isn't too far from the people that own it. This company, they still operate primarily within the loss and aren't too far from the mine itself.
Okay. All right. Next, we have to discuss the wholesaler. So we can do another round of foresight rolls to see who's gonna come up with your wholesaler.
Now we're rolling sensitivity?
Nope. Foresight again.
Foresight, okay.
That was a hell of a roll there, Allensworth.
Oh yeah, I did great. Real good.
All right. Okay, Five. Who is the wholesaler? Who's gonna help you sell the gold? And
Who's going to
what's-
help us sell it?
Yes, yes. Who are you offloading it
Ooh.
through? Who's able to turn it quickly into money to help you get the hell out of here?
Ooh, that's a tough
You
one.
can just come up with their name if you want.
That's what I'm thinking about. Let's see.
Well, here's some other questions to chew on. How did they get started? What is their business called? How do they advertise their brands to enclavists and settlers? What does their distribution look like? And what is their personality like?
Okay, it's going to be the person's going to be named Big Bertha, though
Okay.
it's not clear whether or not
Don't
it's
tell us that out of character.
what.
Gotta tell us
Oh,
in
well,
character.
yeah. Okay, so I heard it was owned by, or the person that's going to help us get rid of this shit, should we get it, is Big Bertha, though I don't know if that's a man or a woman or what have you. Never met the person. Their picture isn't up online or anything. They only communicate through message board posts. Don't know too much about them. They seem to have filled the void when Equivalent Exchange went off the market, though they were competing. They just swooped in to fill the power vacuum.
All right, and we'll just go in reverse. So Mill.
So what do I?
You further define the wholesaler. So you add, modify. Maybe you heard other rumors about him.
Do me a favor and remind me what the Roselight company you just called said.
Oh, the person was called Big Bertha. We haven't given
Yeah.
it.
The equivalent
Big
exchange were the guys' base that you just destroyed after you annihilated the last of them.
And you're saying they just took over, yeah?
Yeah, they moved into that whole market of dealing with rare and expensive goods.
Oh, okay.
All right, they're long haul trucker logistics manager.
There you go.
Ooh.
All right, Skinner, modify away. What did you hear?
Let's see. I hear she might have a direct relation to well, she had a relationship with shoot. With the guy we killed.
Taste the rainbow?
Taste
That
the
you
rainbow.
killed. That you killed
Was it me?
in cold blood.
It just gets so hazy after a while. Anyways, I don't think it was a close relationship, but she knew him pretty well. So I don't know how well that's going to work out for us. Maybe she hated him.
Maybe.
All right, Allensworth, what can you tell the group about Big Bertha?
I'm telling you, this is a bad idea. I've heard some things about Big Bertha. Like, yeah, that's what I've heard. But you know what they mainly truck? Immunes. You know where they mainly send them to? Crusader camps. You want to be a part of that? Do you really want to be a part of that?
I mean, what are they going to do?
Depends on how much she pays.
I mean, I'd like to see all of her goods redistributed. So, by any means
Oh
necessary.
yeah, let's redistribute their bone marrow to all the people. That's really a good thing to do.
Not the immunes, but she holds power and goods. So let's take that away.
Yeah, but this is fucking human trafficking.
Yeah, and by shutting down the person running it, you shut down the human trafficking.
Except you're not shutting Big Bertha down. You are literally money to Big Bertha.
I mean, we could also just shoot her, take her stuff.
All right. Possibilities abound. Next up is the fun one, or one of the fun ones. It's the site. So let's do some foresight rolls again. Just between Skitter and Mill, who can get the highest there.
Force it again. Okay.
All right, it looks like it is Skitter. So Skitter, where at? Where have
What do you mean?
Where have
Oh.
you heard?
Where's the mine?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
if it is a mine, it could still be a different place that has gold.
Let's see. Uh,
And if you can't think of a specific place, you can be generic. That's fine.
There's a place called Thermopolis, Wyoming.
Thermopolis.
Yeah, the Hot Gates.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I've got something. I heard it was more of a recycling plant, taking the gold from old electronics and putting it into new stuff.
All right. And Allensworth.
Yeah. And recycling plants are deadly as shit. You
You're
have to
shitting
deal with
all over us,
dangerous
aren't you?
chemicals. I'm telling you guys, this is a bad idea. You're dealing with expensive chemicals, combustible chemicals, shit that corrodes you. Do you know what erotiol is? That's the stuff in poison and poison oak that causes nasty chemical burns. They have the concentrated shit there, and maybe that can be useful, but
Does it
You-
sell for
do
anything?
you want to get doused in it? Because that's what's going to happen if you get there.
I already have a rash.
So what? I'm gonna itch for like a month.
All right.
I'm also gonna be rich
No,
for the rest of
you're-
my life.
You're going to bleed to death.
Allensworth brought up a good point. So at this point, nothing about the site can be good. So, Mill, how does it further suck?
Guarded by punch bots.
I think it needs
Punch
to be
bouts.
a little bit more
Punch
extreme than that.
Really? That's pretty fucking extreme.
I said a little bit more extreme.
It could
Aberrant.
be a black math. It could be a black math testing ground, a proving ground. It could be.
That would be a good thing, but
For
aberrants
him.
wouldn't be a good thing. Yeah, aberrants, like chemical aberrants.
All right, explain that in character, please.
Yeah, I've heard stories about this place that some casualties interacted weird with those chemicals, made them nasty aberrants. Man, I don't know. Might not be
There's
good
a
for the
full-on
ratio.
street race outside someone's house.
Yeah, 1/4 mile at a time. Or is it 1/10 of a mile? All right, and 5. What's the last super cheerful detail?
Oh, this place is in a giant bubbling caldera, which is full of sulfuric acid pools and a few 100-degree ponds, and there is no drinkable water. And anywhere you step might be a crusted over salt sheet that you could fall through and boil to death in a little place called Hot Springs State Park in Thermopolis, Wyoming.
Nice.
Why would they even build
Do you,
there?
Well, because they use.
do you see why I say?
They use
Do
this
you
sulfuric acid.
see why I say this is a bad idea? This is just a
So here's a real thing. You can mix nitric acid with sulfuric acid and some hydrochloric acid to melt down gold, which is one of the few like acid mixtures that you can. An abundance of sulfuric acid would be at hot springs to make what's called aqua regia, or noble water, which is the only thing that can generally melt gold. And how they would get the gold out of things like electronics would be making aqua regia, and they would need to do that at somewhere that also has heat readily available, that they could also use power from the geothermal springs, and would be a big defensive area.
also out of character. The very first Red Markets campaign I ever did was based in Anaconda, Montana. The same thing except with copper. So there are these massive acidic lakes
Yep.
where they stored the dead casualties.
Nice. Well, at least
Yeah.
they get eaten up.
Exactly.
All right, fantastic. There is a lot of material here to work with.
And I even taught you guys a thing about dissolving gold.
But can you teach us how to turn lead into gold? Or pillows
I'm
into
not a
gold?
fucking alchemist.
I
I'm a
mean,
full metal alchemist, and I just turned my wife into dogs.
Jesus.
Sorry, everyone.
Spoiler alert. All right. So, okay, good. Next is our dream vignettes. So take a moment to cogitate, and then we will begin going one by one and describing our perfect days in the recession, or having achieved all your retirement goals.
Can it be like completely game changing as far as stuff that we're not going to with?
It's a dream, so yeah.
Oh fuck! Well, never mind. Then. I'll just make up stuff.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like a crazy dream, but it's, supposing you fulfill all of your retirement goals. What is a day?
David Lynch is there.
Yeah.
Spiders.
So the last time I did this in the game I was running, it was guys like, yeah, no, I'm driving down the road with my best friend. We we're about to stop and get a burger at this local joint. Is doing really well. And then a fun thing about the dream is that it turns into a nightmare. And it's like, oh yeah, by the way, your car crashes into a casualty, and then a witch flies by.
Yes. So you explain the good stuff, and I'm the part that wakes you up at the end.
Oh.
All right. Does anybody want to go first? Is anybody ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right.
It is a sunny day at the Rush. Everything is being built back to what it used to be. For some reason, there's no dog sister or council or batholith. It's just people living in a stateless society, and no one wants anything. And I hand my son, Big Bill Haywood, a little red book, and he reads it to his brother and sister, Lil Leo Trotsky and Emma Goldman, and tells them about the wonderful life that we've made for each other. And I certainly don't smell smoke on the air, because the fire's already gone through, and we have a perfect life.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, it's a nice dream.
All right. So as you're sitting there, watching your adopted children spread the good word and read the little red book, that smoke smell that's on the air, it's gone, but you do smell vegetable oil and just like the tang of diesel, and engines are just roaring all throughout the forest and the hills. Just the sound of engines getting louder and louder. And then there's, you know, the blast of a semi truck, and you wake up in cold sweat.
Quiet, Bill. I hear capitalism approaching.
All right, who's next?
I can go.
All right.
So the dream slowly forms into a kind of sci-fi looking thing. Skitter is sitting in a rather enclosed space with lights and buttons and switches all around him. There's someone in makeshift military wear in front of him, flicking through the controls and stuff, looking at a screen in front of him. And he says, "Sir, this is the last of them. Would you like the honors?" And Skitter points at the red button. The dude nods. Skitter takes his time and slowly depresses it. And on the screen, you can see the DHQS standing around an American flag, all lined up. And then there's an explosion.
All right, so there's an explosion. The screen goes, you know, staticky or blue, as the case may be. The base you're in shakes, vibrates violently. One of your reactors is exploded. The klaxons go off, and then you hear screams like over the intercom, "They're inside the base!" And that's when you wake up.
Oh man, I almost finished that dream.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Who's next?
I can go.
All right.
Me and Dog Sister are standing on a mountain bluff, and we've found the infinite ratio, the cure for the blight, and we drink it, and she's a latent too, I guess, and our black veins start burning like visibly, and we start just turning into dust and blow on the wind, and everything we touch that's blight gets infected and burns away too.
Yeah, and you wake up and you have a giant headache. It just hurts real bad. You go to like wash your face in the sink, right? You know, you splash some water on it, and you like don't hear Dog Sister like shuffling around like she normally does in the morning. You know, like now that she has her eye, she's, you know, pretty self-sufficient. But today you don't hear her, and you know you look back and you see that she's just like had her throat ripped open. She's just laying there dead on the floor, and then you know you're like, what the fuck? And you step out of your little hut, your RV that you sleep in, and the rush is just a madhouse. Vectors, one of the latents has gone Vector and just torn into everybody. And you know your job's not over. You just pick up your rifle and you just gotta start putting down all the members of the rush.
Wait, is this the real life or is this just fantasy?
And then you wake up again, right? It's one of those.
Okay. Because we were caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
Yeah, no, we're only 2 dreams deep though. All right, and Allensworth, what do you got?
So, I've gone far enough away from the radiation is no longer an issue. And I bring this up because I'm at work. I'm tending to people in the emergency room, and we're not dealing with casualties or sudden shots of suppressant being need to be fired, even though we have that suppress. We're well funded, we're well stocked, and my son is he's in school. He's not being treated like a monster, and the doctors I work with respect me for my experience. And it's not perfect. Life is never perfect, but it's a well-run hospital.
All right. You're in your well-run hospital. You're taking care of some administrative duties. You know, you're getting orders in. You're checking off a manifest like, oh, more bandages, more supplies. Thank goodness. Then there's a disturbance. There's an argument down at the loading docks. Something that somehow needs your attention. You thought you were done with this bullshit. Like, isn't this why you have people under you? You go out to the loading docks. You're like, all right, I'm the hospital administrator. What the hell is going on? And then this heavily tattooed, methed out trucker motherfucker just, is like, hey, I got a work order here, and it's got your name on it. I'm supposed to, and then he just pulls out a gun and shoots you in the gut, and you just bleed out, never knowing why.
I haven't worn Kevlar in years. It was so nice.
So yeah, that's the dreams for everybody. That's honestly all I had planned for this session.
Well, we got so much more.
I know. I gotta plan the whole thing though.
Oh, that's true. You didn't know what the fuck was going on until tonight.
Yes. Yep. So I
Okay, so
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Heads up, the way I'm thinking about this is y'all's tontine. Allensworth is there as a standard Joel's for him, so I'm gonna peace out at some point. Like things are going to get too real. He's gonna be like, all right, this is where I part ways, and I just walk.
I hope it's like at the most dramatic possible moment when we need you, and you're like, guys, I'm not feeling it, and then you just leave. And you're like, please help us.
No,
and
it's
you'd be
like,
nah.
No, it's more like you guys are reaching the point of no return. I'm not risking it. I have a family.
That's as soon as we leave. We're going to like a sulfuric acid boiling punch pot factory.
Well, maybe I'm just there for the legs beforehand.
That's true. It is a ways away.
Yeah.
I just can't see any of this going well. I don't imagine Five's gonna make it. He can't talk his way out of sulfuric acid.
So you think your way out of fission? What?
What, fission? It's not like nuclear stuff.
Yeah, no, that you know of.
I'm a chemist, dude.
Oh, so I still have to roll to see what stuff is true and what isn't true.
Oh.
Oh boy, and if it isn't true, it's worse.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a thing. Because all you heard is rumors.
This is what the 10K doesn't run on tontines.
I mean, you gotta have a great blowout before the end, right? Where everyone gets punched into boiling acid and...
I'll try not to have it be the first encounter, guys. But no
like
promises.
The second. It'd be really cool if we could wrap up things by like murdering every Randian we ever met and like making sure the DHQS falls. That would be really cool stuff, but my hopes aren't high for that stuff.
Well, I'll see what I can do. Randians. Wait, you want to kill Tim, Rebecca, and Patrick? Oh, that's so mean.
Yeah, fuck those douchebags.
They're the people you have the most positive relationship with in the campaign.
Yes, that's why we need to murder them. It just has to be done.
No bridge left unburned.
Yeah, exactly. All bridges burning.
Okay. Well, then we'll do this pre. Things you guys want to see in the last two sessions that hasn't come up so far, other than your petty revenge.
Wait, what? You guys have something beyond petty revenge? I'd love to hear it.
I have a family.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, metagame-wise, anything you want to see in the system that we haven't done yet?
in this system?
That's a
Uh,
great
I'm
question.
literally a new join. I'm also a resource if you need help. I've been playing this game literally for years. For too long.
Let me crack open the old Bookerino.
what haven't we done?
Don't ask me. Died.
That's true.
That's the only thing.
That is pretty true.
It's the next
We didn't even
frontier.
kill a
Ha-
unit.
Have
Made
any
a
of you
skill
cracked
instinct.
or crumbled?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh. Proper aberrants.
Oh, you just weren't there for them, but yeah, okay.
We faced a ton of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't worry. I don't think you have to worry about that one. Wouldn't be a campaign closer without a Resident Evil alligator.
That's true.
A Resident Evil alligator living in a sulfuric lake.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's really gnarly.
One of my one of the biggest twists in my last like Joel's was a straight up plesiosaur. So
You know what would be cool, and this could be a one shot or maybe like a 3-shot. I want to get a nuclear warhead from one of these Patriot 2 missile sites back across the river and just completely blow up a city.
Well, that's like Mill's retirement goal is to get a nuke.
Oh, really?
No, that's mine. That's mine.
That's your new one?
I mean, let's
How do you
make
think
that
we blew
happen.
them up? There were a lot of dudes just around that one American flag.
Yeah, I picked that up in the dream, but Mills from the beginning was basically getting a weapon. To just nuke the salt base. But, alright, so that's a thing to consider. A big fuck you button. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. Any other questions, comments, concerns before we call it a night and I get to crunching shit out?
I don't know.
It's probably going to take 2 sessions. So next week, start at 7. Probably go to, I don't know, like, or start at 10. Go for 2.5 hours-ish.
I'll tell you the truth.
Yes. Tell us the truth.
The next, let's see.
Let's
Let
get
me
all the
check my
truth out of the way.
So the 14th might work. Yeah, let's just plan on next week. Okay, I can handle that. I can get around that.
Okay.
It's not finals at high school yet, so everybody doesn't need me to teach them a year's worth of shit in a day. So,
I remember that.
you know how I didn't show up, but I still need to pass? Yeah, I don't have sympathy.
I do. You were good. I'll just pass you through. It's fine.
I don't even get to like grade anything. Otherwise, I'd be like, all right. I mean, good luck getting a job, but this high school thing didn't work out for you.
More like good luck keeping a job.
If I had my way, these kids would do the one thing that they're good at, which is like work on cars and fix shit with their hands. All the kids that suck at everything in school, they can work on cars and fix shit with their hands, but they just can't pass high school doing only that. So I don't know.
why is every single fucking high school teacher I know the bleakest person on the planet?
Oh,
You gotta teach high school till you know the answer to that question.
Oh, I do know the answer to that question because I thought about getting a teaching degree. Just decided against it.
It's the American school
Yeah.
system.
that's mostly it. Yeah, it makes it a really
what?
terrible.
We live in a capitalist utopia.
Yeah, sure.
And maybe
I
down
mean-
in Florida, You know,
I mean, it is definitely a utopia for the capitalists.
If we could all have the regular normalcy that Florida does, we'd all be fine.
Oh yeah,
We
you know,
don't.
Florida. We have
Yeah.
so many good things going on here.
if we just format painted the whole U.S. with Florida, you know, we'd all be singing a different tune.
We'd all be crushed under bridges.
Oh, yeah.
Real talk. I know somebody. I was friends with someone there, so
Oh,
yeah.
rough.
If
Well,
it counts, my
on that
sister's gonna be
wholesome
living there
note,
soon.
we'll pour one out and I'll end this stream.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening. I promise it's not always like this. Yes, it is.
I mean,
It
was
kind of
pretty good.
is.
Yeah,
It kind of is.
it was pretty nice.